The Overlord's Teachings 23, Knowledge Hoarder. Part 1, Why Should I Learn It? So now we come to the sacred vice masquerading as virtue, knowledge, that slippery golden serpent. Let me ask you, aspiring successor, what is more dangerous, an army or a single idea hidden in the right mind? Power is not forged in brute strength or sheer numbers. Those are toys for the simple-minded. Power lies in control of information. He who hoards knowledge, filters it, distorts it, buries it, controls the very perception of reality. History, morality, even destiny itself are nothing but narratives. And narratives are penned by those who keep the ink for themselves. Why hoard knowledge? Because liberation of the mind is the greatest threat to tyranny. The free thinker, the informed rebel, the scholar who asks why. They are more perilous than any planetary bombardment. They question, they dream, and worst of all, they inspire others to do the same. Ignorance, however, is obedience in its purest form. A population that knows only what you allow will never consider disobedience. After all, what alternative would they even imagine? Do you see it now? This is not paranoia. It is strategy of the highest order. The ancient philosopher Lao Tzu whispered, "He who knows does not speak, and he who speaks does not know." Had he ruled a star system instead of a garden, he'd have conquered galaxies. History, science, art, philosophy, all weapons in your vault. When you alone possess the truths of ancient revolutions, the blueprints of forbidden technologies, the origins of your enemies' ideologies, then you are the sole interpreter of reality. And in the absence of truth, belief becomes law. Let your people believe you discovered everything. Let them worship your wisdom. Let them never see the bones of those you stole it from. So then, why should you learn the art of the knowledge hoarder? Because truth is the currency of the gods, and you, my successor, are learning how to mint it. Shall we proceed to part 2? How do I learn it? Part 2, how do I learn it? So, you wish to become a hoarder of knowledge, to build a mental arsenal that none may access, yet all shall suffer by? Excellent. But understand this. To hoard knowledge, you must first become its most voracious predator. You must hunt facts across time, devour disciplines like galaxies, and bury your insights in vaults no one dares unlock. You are not merely a scholar. You are an information warlord. Step 1. Study everything, reveal nothing. Consume the sciences, physics, biology, AI, quantum mechanics, not as an academic, but as a thief in a sacred temple. The universe is made of patterns. Your job is to see them where others see noise. Philosophy? Ah yes, drink deeply from Nietzsche, Machiavelli, Sun Tzu, and Foucault. Understand not just what they said, but why they had to say it. Knowledge is never neutral. It is always a weapon crafted by an agenda. History? Learn it not to remember, but to revise. Understand revolutions not as tragedies or triumphs, but as formulas. Who sparked them? Who suppressed them? And how can you replicate or extinguish them? Step 2. Obfuscate, fragment, encrypt. Once you own knowledge, you must never share it whole. Compartmentalize it, cloak it, teach half-truths, bury key pieces under layers of loyalty tests, riddles, and rituals. Create a bureaucracy of mystics and scholars who guard secrets they barely understand. Why? Because confusion breeds dependency. If your subjects need you to explain the world, then they will never question the story you tell them. Even your allies, especially your allies, must never see the full map. Remember, betrayal requires understanding. Deny them both. Step 3. Turn curiosity into fear. Encourage rote learning. Standardize education. Reward obedience masked as intelligence. And above all, punish questions that reach too deep. Not with death. Oh no, that would make martyrs. Instead, exile them to the wastelands of irrelevance. Bury their works under 1,000 distractions. Keep their minds occupied. Give them consumer technology, pop philosophy, and conspiracy theories. Drown truth in noise until even the most brilliant minds beg you to simplify the world for them. Tools of the trade. Data encryption. Digital mastery is essential. You must know how to lock knowledge behind keys of quantum complexity. Symbolic language. Learn to speak in codes, rituals, prophecies. Let even your wisdom become myth. Controlled archives. Maintain libraries of fiction. Let them read, but let them never learn. You asked, how do I learn to hoard knowledge? The answer is simple. Learn faster than the galaxy, conceal better than the void, and weaponize ignorance with surgical precision. Are you prepared now for Part 3? How do I apply it to my benefit? Part 3. How do I apply it to my benefit? Now you hunger not merely for understanding, but for dominion. Good. Knowledge is not power, applied knowledge is. So let me show you how to wield what you've hoarded like a blade across the neck of civilization. 1. Predict and preempt. The strategic edge. A well-curated mind is the sharpest sensor array in the galaxy. With your archives of science, sociology, and history, you can forecast rebellion before the first whisper of sedition echoes. You see resource shortages in Colony Sector 9? You already know which ideology they'll latch onto. A noble grows too ambitious? You quote their ancestors' betrayals and their descendants' extinction. You do not react. You do not defend. You anticipate. You direct. You strike before the thought itself is born. 2. Shape ideology. Be the author of reality. Knowledge hoarded is truth dictated. You will not merely rule laws. You will write morals. Let your people believe the past justifies your present. Forge history. Edit it. Re-release it. Let them recite myths where you are the dawn, the liberator, the God King. Those who question, accuse them of historical illiteracy. The Overlord was always just. The war was always necessary. The rebellion never happened. This is not deception. This is reality maintenance. 3. Manipulate innovation. Control the pace of progress. Technology. Dangerous when unchained, divine when regulated. You will never ban progress, no. You will curate it. Control breakthroughs like rations in a famine. When you need awe, reveal star harvesting engines. When you need control, unveil surveillance drones with synthetic empathy. When you need fear, remind them of the ancient AI wars, fabricated or not. You hold the past, you pace the future. In your grip, time itself is a tool. 4. Weaponize ignorance. Blind your enemies. The rebel thinks they fight for freedom. But what is freedom to a mind that never glimpsed the map? They don't know your supply lines. They don't know the quantum weapon nested in orbit. They don't even know their own commander reports to you. Ignorance, you see, is camouflage for tyranny. Let them believe they are wise. Let them believe they have secrets, and then crush them under the weight of their own illusions. 5. Ascend beyond rule. Become myth. The true purpose of hoarded knowledge is not just to rule, but to transcend. When you know more than any mortal should, your subjects will no longer question your rule. They will worship it. You are no longer a leader. You are an oracle. You are no longer a king. You are the source of all understanding. They will not fear what you know. They will fear that they do not. So, my would-be successor, hoard knowledge. Weaponize truth. Blind the herd. Let your archives outlive empires. Let your wisdom corrupt even memory itself. And when the galaxy screams for understanding, give them only silence, or a parable of your choosing.